channel. If this is your first time here, do not let it be your last. Make sure you come back and see me. My name is Nichelle, and I am the Startup CEO, helping you to start, market, grow, and profit in your own enterprise as the CEO of you, helping you to take that side hustle and turn it into your main hustle. Today, we are going to talk about ways to inexpensively decorate your home or improve your home on a budget. If you are a returning CEO family member, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here again. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and make sure you comment before if you enjoy the material that I'm sharing with you. I typically broadcast about lifestyle. Totally. That's what this channel is about, lifestyle. And we talk about real estate, business, travel, relationships, and everything in between. Some blogs here and there. Let's go ahead and get started with this discussion. You know, I got to put them glasses on because Sister Girl can't see without them, okay? Y'all should know that by now. But anyway, cheap ways. Now, I don't like to say cheap. I don't like to say cheap because who likes cheap? But real talk, when your money is funny, cheap is always good. Inexpensive, cheap, however you want to say it, whatever mood you're in that day. As a realtor, when I'm in the process of selling a home for a client, the first thing that I do is I come over there and see the house. And I want to make sure that when I'm putting your house on the market, when I'm sharing your home with my buyers or buyers on the market, that it looks good. Because we know first impressions are lasting impressions. And if your house looks shabby, people don't want to buy it. So if you want a quick sale, I always say, listen, take my advice. I'm not going to steer you wrong. Guess what? If I don't sell your house, I don't get paid. So I'm going to do everything I possibly can to help you get your house sold. So you can get paid, I can get paid too. And you can refer some more people to me. Yes, okay. So the first thing that you can do that really will transform your home, that is really not expensive at all, except depending on what type you choose, is paint. Now, when you are painting, please be mindful not to be personal. What is personal, Nichelle? Well, I love red. Everything red, yellow, black. I love it. Those are my favorite colors. In my home, I have a red wall. I also have a chocolate black wall. When I'm selling my home, if those colors don't necessarily flow with things that are going on in the home, I should paint. And the same thing that I share with my clients. I recently had a client who loved red too. Every wall in their house was red. They had red furniture and white flooring. It was beautiful, but that was a personal choice and decision that that homeowner chose to have. Paint can transform your home and brighten it up. And I don't know people that paint every year. However, the more you keep up with your paint, the less you will have to do when you decide to sell. So if you see a room that perhaps maybe have a lot of dings in it, from whether you're hanging things on the wall or if it's per se just outdated. What is outdated? I don't like white walls. I like to have a little color to my walls. Most people like lighter colors. Why? Because it makes a room look bigger. It makes it more warm and welcoming. I also like to add a transition wall, which means that one wall will be one color and the other ones will be synonymous with the same color. But everybody don't like that. So when you are deciding to sell your home, make sure that you take your personality out and just make it comfortable. And comfort can be whatever is going right now. Now, another thing I want to share with you, trendy colors like gray. I see a lot of people now painting their rooms gray. Gray is beautiful. It is a color that's complementary with other colors. Cream, which I have on the back of my wall here. I actually have a brown wall over here. A cream is a complementary color that you could bring furniture in and not necessarily come in a house and paint. That's one thing most people don't want to do is buy a house and come in a house and paint. So when you are thinking about upgrading your home, inexpensive, cheap, paint. And I think better quality paints are the best. This is not a sponsored video, but I like Sherwin-Williams. I also will get paint every now and then from Lowe's. So those are some places that I like to get my paint because I know it's quality, but you could get quality paint anywhere. Um, don't necessarily get the least amount expensive paint, get mid-grade. My mom always told me you're going to pay for it one way or the other, whether you pay for it now or later. And people want quality. So get paint that does not bleed when you going up the wall. And then sometimes you may have to put keels or something like that on it. So if you've never checked out one of my real estate videos of us rehabbing homes or whatnot, make sure I'll put a link below for one where you can see where we're painting. Okay, I just look every now and then I have to paint sometimes. Number two, you want to change the fixtures in your lighting. You know, a lot of times when you're buying a house, people look at lights. Lights can really increase your sale price, especially if it's an exquisite light. Entry foyer should have an appealing light that when people walk in, they're like, wow, this is beautiful. And you want to be mindful of the light you have in your home because if it's too dark, people to see the accents. And I've also noticed that when people house is dark when they're selling, it's probably some hidden things in the house that they don't want you to see. And so don't have speculations of your buyers. Make sure you have a well lit room so when people come in that they can see all of the beautiful colors and textures and fixtures and all of those things inside of your home. Number three, and also, excuse me, number two, changing fixtures. Fixtures as far as faucets can be a nice upgrade as well to help save some money. You want to try to get, per se, the latest and greatest. If you still have one of those little knobs with the crystals on them that you turn, that's not necessarily an updated piece. You may want to upgrade with some stainless steel, especially if they don't work, if they have a drip or something. You want to replace those things, and those are really inexpensive to replace. I've replaced faucets for like $40, $50. And of course, if I'm buying a house to flip it, I'm going to put a nice mid-grade faucet in there. So people like to see things that are upgraded when they're buying a home, especially if you're asking for top dollar. You need to make sure that you give top dollar by giving things that are nice to the house to add value to it. So lighting, sinks, fixtures, like that. Perhaps maybe appliances too, if your appliances are old and outdated. Normally things that are attached to the home stay with the home, at least in my state they do. So make sure you got upgraded nice appliances. You don't have to spend a lot of money, but at least get something that has a self-cleaning oven. I'm just saying, because women, we don't have time. We want self-cleaning ovens. So get something that's upgraded, ice machine. All of those things can really aid in helping sell your home quicker. Number three, replace that nasty carpet. And now I am one that don't like buying a house and walking in on somebody else's carpet. I don't care if it's clean or not. I don't know what you did on that carpet or who you had on that carpet. And most of the time my buyers say the same thing. So if you're not going to change it prior to selling your home, then give the seller or the buyer, excuse me, a credit for new flooring, carpet. Those are expensive things, depending on how large your home is, you could do to quickly upgrade your home. So I have black carpet in my home, and people, when they come in my home, they're like, "Oh, I've never seen black carpet before." I got that when I was young. My grandmother had black carpet all throughout the house. Her house was white, black, and she had touches of orange throughout. And I fell in love with it. And I always said when I bought a home, I was going to get black carpet. Now, my first home, I had cream color carpet in there. You know, cream is good, depending on what you got going on with it. I'm not one of those kind of people that like carpet, period. So when I built my home, I used hardwood flooring, which I adore. And most of my buyers, they want hardwood flooring too. So think about that when you are upgrading your home. Either change the carpet to make it a lighter color carpet, or put hardwood flooring in there. Lesser expensive is the veneer type of flooring that you can get where it's planked together. It's not hardwood, but those, I've seen some really great prices at stores within my community. So shop around for different flooring, and it's always good to do that because especially if you have stains on the carpet, nobody will buy your house quickly because nobody, again, wants to move in a house that's they're asking top dollar and it's outdated and nasty. So replacing flooring, whether it's carpet or putting the plank floors that you put together, can really upgrade your house and actually help you get the asking price that you're seeking. Number four, replace window coverings. And I'm going to go a step further. If your windows are old and outdated, you may want to replace them as well. Now, you're going up a little bit in price there because windows are not cheap, but it just really depends on what you're asking for your home and if it's old and outdated. But just simply replacing window coverings by means of putting new draperies up. Again, you want to be as less personal as possible. Perhaps maybe putting blinds up, whether it's the wood blinds or the plastic blinds, something nice window coverings. And then also, I want to talk about the curtains. You know, curtains sometimes when I'm looking at homes, unless they're really up with fashion in their home, it's outdated and curtains can be heavy. And so I would recommend that if you don't necessarily lighten and brighten it with some clear fabric or some trendy fabric. Leave them alone and just put blinds up. It makes it easier. Or if you live in an area, I've seen homes with no blinds. I actually like no blinds, but I don't trust people looking into my house, and that can be a little spooky. But homes that are on hills, I've seen them. They had no blinds up, just pure open picture frame windows, and they were absolutely beautiful. Think about replacing your window covers, and you can go to your local home store, your hardware store, and get blinds anywhere from $3. I've seen them all the way up to $500. So depending on what your budget is, you can update your windows, and it's probably a good choice to do that before you put your house on the market. And everything I mentioned to you before you put your house on the market, these are some things that you want to do. Or if you're not even thinking about selling, you just want to upgrade your home, these are some things that you can think about. Number five, I cannot stress this enough. When you are selling your home, please declutter. If you have stuff you haven't seen in a year, you don't know you have it. Get rid of it. Clean up. You know, I am one who collects a lot of stuff because I rehab houses and I typically keep furniture, which my husband gets mad at me all the time. He's like, get rid of that. And I'm like, no, I can stage this house and put that in the house. But if you know you haven't seen it and you're trying to sell your house, people don't like to fall over things when they're coming through your house. And I've been in houses where they're large and they have small furniture in it, which does not really go well with the scheme of the house. And I've been in houses that are small and they have humongous furniture in it. People are tripping over it, walking around trying to look at the house. So really scale your furniture to the type of house you have or the type of room it is. Make sure you don't have too much in a small room and make sure you don't have too little in a big room. And also make sure that there's no clutter on the floor in the closet. You got junk on the closet. Also, make sure you get a great realtor. Before I even put your house on the market, as I mentioned, I come to your home. And the purpose of me coming to your home is because I don't want to advertise or market your home because my name is my bond. And we want to make sure that our houses are clean before we put them on the market, that they're appealing to anybody that looks at it. As I mentioned, first impressions or lasting impressions. So you want to declutter your countertops. If you're one of those kind of people that like to put appliances on top of it, make sure you put the appliances in the closet or in the cabinet so that you don't have a lot of stuff on the countertops. Tables, make sure everything is open and clean and clear. Bathrooms, make sure things are organized. You want to try to make sure that there is as much space in your house as possible because when people are looking for a home, they're looking for space for most of the time. And they're looking for places that they can store stuff as well. Declutter your home. Clean everything out. I've even seen people go in refrigerators. And I'm like, why are you going in these people's refrigerator? They want to see how much space is in the refrigerator. So people open doors, open closets, and all that kind of stuff. So you want to make sure your first impression to that buyer or even a visitor coming to your home, that it's a lasting impression. Number six, I just touched on this, decluttering, and you want to add storage. The more storage you have in your home, the more accommodating it is to a new buyer. Whether that means putting up shelving or something, add more storage to your home. Clean out your garage, declutter it where people can see their belongings, where your belongings currently are. And this is very important because if it's overwhelming for people when realtors show your home, they're just going to leave. It's going to take a long time for you to sell your home. And your vision, people have to have vision. I'm an investor, as I mentioned, so vision is something is one of my crafts, but everybody doesn't have vision. People get depressed by seeing clutter. So the more decluttering, the more storage you have for people to put their things, the better it is. Number 7, if you can afford, you can get some countertops. Replace your countertops if they're old, outdated, stained, nasty, falling apart. Update your countertops. If your cabinets are in good condition, or if they're not, you want to paint them. That's less expensive than going out buying new cabinetry. I've seen some amazing cabinets that really were old, that were brought to life by color of white paint. Or I've actually seen a house that I sold not too long ago. They had black cabinets. And you're like, why would somebody have black cabinets in their kitchen? They had a whole bunch of windows in the kitchen, and the black cabinets popped with sterling silver handles on the cabinetry. So again, be personalized, but make sure what you put into your home that you feel comfortable, and consult with a designer. Again, we're talking about cheap ways, but a friend, a family member, or something can give you advice. And even when you before you put it on the market, ask your realtor, what they think about that. Another thing too, I always recommend to people, when you're selling and thinking about buying a home, and even when you're selling, go look at other houses that are for sale in the market, so you will know how to compare your house. And most realtors will give you a comparative analysis with your house and houses that are on the market, but visual is so much better. If you go ask your realtor, take me to some houses that are for sale, so you could come back into your house to kind of visualize how a house that's being sold should look. Those are some things that I recommend. So replace your countertops. If you can't afford to do that, change the knobs on your cabinetry. If you still got outdated knobs that are falling apart, that are just don't go with the scheme of things, simply updating knobs. I've seen knobs anywhere from 50 cents all the way up to $1,000. So it variations in cost depending on what your budget is. But simply updating your knobs on your cabinets can make a heck of a difference in the appearance of your kitchen. The next thing I want to mention to you, number 8, I have a ton of them, but I'll be on here all day sharing them with you. So the next thing I want to mention to you, add fresh green plants. If you don't have a green thumb and you think you're going to kill a plant, get a fake plant. IKEA has them, different places and different stores have them, and just kind of section them throughout your home, because plants bring life, plants give life, and it is a form of oxygen. So you can put plants in your home as decoration, not a whole lot, but just some accentuating pieces throughout that will add greenery to the color of your room and to give life to your room as well. So those are the 8 ways that I'm going to share with you today. Cheap ways, inexpensive ways that you can upgrade your home on a budget that will help you either sell it or to help give a fresh new look to your home. Your home is your sanctuary. Why not make it the best place that there is, and to feel comfortable to you and to whomever buys your home? Again, my name is Nichelle, and I am the Startup CEO, helping you to start, market, grow, and profit in your own enterprise as the CEO of you, helping you to take your side hustle and turn it into your main hustle. If this video has been helpful for you, why don't you go ahead and leave some comments and let me know what you found to be most valuable. And then also, if you got some more additional ideas, leave them below as well so people can see that. Don't forget to like. Make sure you subscribe if you like anything business, real estate, travel, food, relationships, and some plain old fun. This is the Lifestyle Startup CEO Lifestyle TV. Thanks again for tuning in. Blessings and peace unto you, and may everything you touch turn to gold. Don't forget to share this video. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.